Hello everybody. It's been a while since we did a video, and the reason for that is that we went through the eye of the Hurricane Irma. It was not pretty. I'll show you the pictures in a second here. Um, we went through a lot. Um, Needless to say, we did not. Um, we didn't see this coming. Even though they gave us a very small window of warning, um, this is what happened. However, this is what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about our our inverter generator. Now, there's a very funny story about this, and I'm just going to be very brief about this. About a month prior, last I mean, about last a week before um, the hurricane, we um, we were following our 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 Bitcoin investments, and we found that it was at a peak. So we decided to buy things that we needed before the currency was devalued. So what we did was we ordered this amongst other things, and about 1 week, unbeknownst to us, about 1 week before the hurricane, we got this delivered. So we we have another generator, and this generator is somewhere around 7 to 8 years old. It's a Harbor Freight generator, and it's very robust. It's given us um, about 8 years of service. We haven't used it that much, but we wanted a backup because we didn't know, in case of an emergency, whether we would have um, reliable service out of it. We didn't know. So, but it did. But we got this, and this is what we want to talk about. This here. We ran this for almost 2 weeks. Yes, we were without power almost 2 weeks, and during that time, this ran for an average of 8 hours plus. And this and yeah, the claims here are very correct. It can run for 8.5. We were shifting between this one and the other one. However, this was one of our mainstays, because this is an inverter generator and this is not. The other generator is not is you cannot run any electronics because it's not regulated power.
Why is
This
that?
was
Why is it not regulated power? What's the difference in how they work?
This is solid state, and that is not. This is running another motor, so it's creating basically energy by spark, and that energy by spark comes in by like running an unregulated alternator. So with this one, being that it's a solid state, and yes, you can power microwaves, um, phones, televisions, laptop, radio, whatever it is, because it has what they call a true sine wave. That means that you don't have any electronic spillover that will cause a spike in the electricity, and it will damage your equipment. This does not do that because it's solid state. I love it. I first time using this, I'm in love. I'm so in love with this that I would love to get a second one, because if I could get a second or third one, I would do so, because my plan is that the next time I'm gonna run one of these to power my AC so I can sleep at night. 2 weeks, 2 weeks without AC is does things to you. It really changes your life. So you have a question?
Well, I was just going to say we need to specify that it is very hot here.
Oh,
We're not
okay.
being frivolous.
not being frivolous, when it comes down to 105-degree temperatures, and then at night we have about 90 something degrees. In fact, is that the news kept saying there's relief coming, and it never happened. We every night it would dip down at the lowest temperature at 2 o'clock in the morning at 89 degrees with a humidity factor of 99.
It was hot.
It was really hot. It was
Even
really
with
hot.
fans.
Okay, I think I need to go to therapy after this hurricane because I think this hurricane damaged me somehow. So, but this saved my life, and I thank you. I thank you, champion, for making this piece of equipment. This, and we are very. I think that we're very tech savvy, right? Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. We had to, yeah. This is two poles. This here is very easy to operate. You turn this knob to the on position. Of course, this comes without oil. This comes without oil. So you have to put oil in it in the back. It brings oil with it somewhere.
I think we used it and threw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came with a container of oil.
It came with a quart of oil, specifically to this. We put the oil in it, put some gas in it, turn this to on, because this is the relief valve. Turn this to on, put this down to the on position, engine on, choke out, 1, 2, you're in business.
Close the choke.
You plug in and you're in business. Pull in the choke, that's it. That's it. You can walk away and come back about 9 hours later and do a repeat. And you put the gas back on. Always a good idea. 15 minutes between runs. So that's not so bad, because if you think about it, we ran this for almost 2 weeks, and we were letting it rest, cool down. We would check the oil the first run. After 10 hours, you check the oil, make sure. We changed the oil, so it's not a big deal. It's 4 screws and just some screws. You pull out the oil dipstick, and we had a little pump, pumped out the old oil, put in the new oil. That's it. I mean, this survival is not a very difficult thing when you have the right tools. So I mean, I'm not just doing this because anybody has given me anything, because this cost us money. We paid cash for this, so there's nobody giving us money for this, but it's an endorsement out of love. Okay, so being that this is gonna give us many years of enjoyment, and I can tell you that that's gonna be the case. What are you?
I'm just filming.
Oh, check this out. Okay. It's not that I'm strong.
It's just a light.
It's that it's light.
And it's quiet.
It is whisper quiet. We had it right outside the door, of course, shielded from any carbon monoxide. Put it in a place that is shady. Don't. Yes, 105 degrees outside. You gotta put some shade on this. But if you use the common sense that I was just describing here, keep it off the water. Never operate it near water. When you start it, make sure there's nothing connected to it. After about, I'd say about 10-15 seconds, you can just plug it back in and run all your devices. And we only use one plug on this. It has 2 plugs. It also has a 12 volt plug, which they provide. And then this is the sweetest part of this whole machine. Okay, we were discussing this before. That is Margret and I, about how you properly use this, and this is a very very simple formula. This is 200 watts. They call it starting watts.
You mean 2,000?
What did I say?
200.
Well, my bad. 2000, but it's not 2000, and that's because any time you start up an electrical generator, it's gonna peak. So the factory takes the peak and the peak value, and then they just put the sticker on it. Think about this. It's 2000. It's gonna give you 1700 running watts. You don't want to overtask the machine. So this is how I did it. I kept a maximum of 1500 watts at any given time, but I wasn't really using that much because I was doing the power management. I was accounting for every watt that came out of this, and I was maintaining it somewhere around 800 watts of expenditure. So that gives you the maximum amount of time on, what's this, less than a gallon of gas. Imagine this, about 8 9 hours on about, I say about a gallon and a half of gas.
Yeah, about a gallon and a half.
And that's not so bad. You go driving somewhere with 1 gallon and see how far you get.
Yep.
You're not gonna drive for 9 hours.
Nope.
So that's another one of the things that I would like to highlight of this machine. And I'm singing my praises on this machine. Yes. And I'm doing so shamelessly because this actually, power is actually one of the most important things that I learned about this this experience.
And it's a nice color yellow.
Oh yeah, but this is what I started saying and I never finished. One of the features of this is that you can plug into here with their kit that you buy on Amazon, somewhere around $60 something. If you get a second one, you stack it on top of this, and now you have 3,000 working watts. What is 3,000? You can run your refrigerator all day. You can also run your air, a small AC unit. And I'm gonna back panel once again. This can run a small unit about 8 hours. That means that you if you have a small, what, 4,000 BTU unit, something like that. Um, you can get it on Walmart's, those small AC units. Put it on the window. You can run this. You can sleep at night, a full night of sleep with 1.5 gallons of gas. And this sounds like a lot, but you try sleeping at 105 degrees
with
nothing blowing on you, nothing, and you're on a memory foam mattress. I am traumatized by this. I will have nightmares for years to come. No, for real. I think that a gallon a day, yeah, it's worth it. Especially if you're waiting for them. We lost electricity, but not only did we lost electricity with all of our neighbors, our power line was fell by a tree. So now that adds on to the time. We got electricity, yes, but we still have to get things repaired. As you'll see on the pictures that we're gonna provide, we had two trees stab our house. We we the electricity problems are not over for us. So again, thanks to the generator, thanks to our foresight, thanks for all the geekiness that we did, leading to this, we had um, a reliable generator that got us through the hurricane. It was running through the hurricane, and it basically kept us sane to the point of not actually becoming victims of the hurricane. And I can say this because we're not very young, so it kind of affects us a little bit more than it would a younger person. So, again, is there anything that I left behind? You know, anything that I didn't mention?
I think you covered it.
Okay, so champion, you guys, you guys rock. You guys outdid yourselves. I've seen other generators around, and they went blah, 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 blah. They gave out. This guy didn't even cough once. So I really the model for this guy. There's a model on this. This is the 735, 735 6i. We got this one from
Overstock.
overstock.com. And and we didn't, when we got it delivered, we didn't even open it. I said to her, let's just put it in the closet just in case. At least we know that we have something. They got awesome free technical support. They got a warranty on this. I mean, there's nothing bad to say about this unit. So if you're living in a place where you're gonna lose your power, this is the guy to do it. This is and I'm telling you, if I had another one, wow. If we had a third one, we would have lived well, because we would have been able to sleep at night. Getting up in the middle of the night to shower is not a way to live. But thanks to this guy, and I hope to get another one in the future, I'm gonna beat that. So thank you for watching. I know this has been very long-winded, but I feel very emotionally attached to this. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.